These days, the threat of nuclear annihilation grows larger by the minute, and the nations of the world seem to be rushing headlong into the raging flames of atomic fire. With the Red Menace and his commie friends pointing their warheads at our homes around the clock, the average American needs to learn how to survive and thrive in the irradiated wastelands of our future. That's why we here at the Post-Nuclear American Preservation Society have assembled these 4 easy steps to help you survive and thrive in the nuclear holocaust. Step 1. Live through the boom. The sum of all fears has come to pass, and the Reds have lit the wick of the nuclear candle with the flames of hundreds of ICBMs. But thanks to our round-the-clock observation, you, the average American, has been given 20 to 30 minutes of advance notice before the bombs finally fall. Now is the time to ensure that you have a wall between you and the blast. But not just any flimsy asbestos-lined drywall will protect you from deadly radiation. You're going to need something more substantial. Most brick and concrete can stop gamma rays in their tracks, leaving you unharmed. Many modern public buildings are designed to be used as a shelter in case of emergency, so put those well-spent tax dollars to use. Seek out underground tunnels, the basements of police stations, schoolhouses, and firehouses to protect you from nuclear blasts. If no sufficient protection can be found in time, remember to duck and cover. Place yourself behind any earthen embankments or retaining walls, and shield yourself from the blast. Remember, if you can see the flash when the bomb goes off, you've already likely received a deadly dose of nuclear radiation. Remember this: radiation's fast, so hide from the blast. Step 2. Sit or split. Congratulations, the nuclear holocaust has spared your soul, but you're not safe yet. The world outside can remain deadly for up to 48 hours and dangerous for up to a week. Whatever you do, do not leave your shelter for the first 48 hours after the bombs fall. The radiation outside can cook you like a dinner in the microwave, so stay put. After finishing your layover period, step outside and assess your surroundings. In an ideal situation, you would have been far away from any blast. However, if this isn't the case, the world outside may not be so inviting. When you're closer to where the bombs fell, you'll want to wait the full week before you emerge from your shelter. If you are lucky enough to only be hit indirectly, the old neighborhood may be in reasonable condition. In this case, you're going to want to make like uranium and split. Try to get as much distance between you and ground zero as possible. Remember this: wait 2 days, then get away. Step 3. Helter Shelter. Now that you've gotten clear of any dangerous radiation, it's time to hunker down and start setting up shop. The best shelters are watertight, so be sure to keep you and your supplies high and dry. Exposure to water can cause hypothermia and damage some of your most valuable supplies. And if you thought rain was bad, allow me to introduce you to rain's new friend: nuclear fallout. Fallout is incinerated ejecta from a nuclear blast that manifests as flakes of irradiated ash. It's like a thick black layer of snow, burning with the flames of atomic fire. Fallout will contaminate everything it touches, so be sure to have a shelter that keeps you and your supplies from getting slow roasted by nuclear radiation. Step 4. Survive and thrive. Napoleon once said, an army marches on its stomach, and you're no exception. Clean food and water will become the most important resources in the bleak new world of tomorrow, and their scarcity will only grow with time. When scavenging for supplies, it's best to look for non-perishables and bottled waters that have been shielded from any dangerous radiation. Look in refrigerators and pantries to find the best preserved foods. Ensuring your access to a steady supply of clean water should be your priority when establishing your humble abode. Distilling waters from rivers and streams can provide necessary hydration, but make sure you're upstream from ground zero, or you could be ingesting dangerous amounts of what used to be a city. Remember, every member of your party needs at least 1 gallon of water a day to stay happy and healthy. After finding supplies, your best chance of survival is to group up. But don't go giving trust willy-nilly. This isn't the world you used to know. Survivors of the blast are likely to be paranoid, desperate, and irrational. It's best to find refuge with our nation's armed forces. They're the least likely to shoot a fellow American on sight. But if that's not an option, try finding other groups of survivors. If you can prove yourself to be an asset and not a liability, they'll be more likely to accept you into their folds. But whatever you do not approach any lone wanderers. Traveling with a stranger was dangerous before the war, and its danger has only increased tenfold. You can never tell a stranger's intentions before they act on them. So be sure to gain the upper hand by killing them first and looting their body for valuable supplies. And those were the 4 easy steps for surviving nuclear Armageddon. Godspeed, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope the next time we meet won't be in the wasteland. I'd like to extend a special thanks to nobody in particular.